Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Harry Maguire expresses disappointment with his current situation at Manchester United. Harry Maguire has expressed disappointment with his current situation at Manchester United. The experienced defender has started only 6 Premier League matches this term, with Lisandro Martinez and Raphael Varane ahead of him in the pecking order. His situation was widely different when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick were in charge. The England international featured in 37 games in all competitions last season, but manager Erik ten Hag has used him sparingly this term. Maguire admitted he doesn't like his current situation, but still respect his manager's decisions. He said, as per The Independent, I am not going to stand here and say I love it or that I like it. I don't. I want to play every game and I have done for the last 8 years of my career. Also, I have to respect the manager and his decisions and also respect how good the competition is at centre back at this club. Of course, I want to play every game and I am sure if you spoke to our centre backs in their roles, they will all be disappointed when sat on the bench. It's not like I have been frozen out or not been involved. I'm still playing a lot of games, but obviously, as a footballer, I want to play every game. But I am sure every other centre back in the dressing room does as well, and the manager cannot play all four. Manchester United splashed out a record £80 million fee to sign Maguire from Leicester City in 2019. The 30-year-old was impressive during his first 2 years at the club, but his levels dropped last season as he struggled for consistency. His fortunes have declined this term under Ten Hag, who doesn't hesitate from taking big decisions. The Dutch boss dropped Maguire from the team after his disappointing performances in the first 2 games, and with Varane and Martinez playing superbly, no one can blame Ten Hag for not featuring the English defender regularly. Of course, Maguire is not happy with his current situation, which is understandable, as he is still a top-class centre-back. Despite his club struggles, the 30-year-old is a regular for the England team. He will likely push for a move this summer, and United could sell him if the offer is right. Manchester United want £50 million for Scott McTominay amid interest from Newcastle United. Manchester United have slapped a £50 million price tag on Scott McTominay amid interest from Newcastle United, according to The Sun. The 26-year-old's current contract at Old Trafford expires in 2025, but the club have the option to extend it by another year. United will want at least £50 million if they decide to let the midfielder leave. However, they are in no rush to sell as they consider him a valuable member of the squad. McTominay has struggled for game time this season, with Casemiro and Christian Eriksen the preferred central midfielder pairing under manager Erik ten Hag. The Scotland international has made 21 league appearances but has started only 10 matches. He was part of the starting 11 in the last 3 leagues games due to Casemiro's suspension and Eriksen's ankle injury, but with the duo now available for selection, McTominay may be dropped to the bench again. United are favourites to secure Champions League football for next season. They are currently level on points with 30th place to Newcastle and 3 points ahead of Tottenham Hotspur in 5th. The Red Devils will be aiming to compete for major honours next term. While a new striker will be a top priority, United are also expected to sign a quality midfielder in the summer transfer window. If they add another midfielder, McTominay will be pushed further down the pecking order. The Scotland international will want regular minutes and may not get that at Old Trafford next season. If United receive a good offer, they should allow him to leave the club this summer. He has been an important player in the last few years, but the Red Devils must sign a better midfielder to reach the next level. Marcus Rashford injury update. Here is absolutely everything you need to know about Manchester United star Marcus Rashford's latest injury. Marcus Rashford sustained an injury in United's 2-0 win over Everton at Old Trafford on Saturday, the 8th of April 2023, which has left some fans concerned about when he may be back in action. Wout Weghorst replaced United's leading goal scorer this season in the 81st minute of the match after he pulled up trying to control the ball in the Everton box. The informed forward appeared to suffer from a groin injury. This was sustained at around the 80-minute mark in the game against Everton when Rashford tried to latch onto Christian Eriksen's lofted through ball, but the 25-year-old landed awkwardly and immediately looked in discomfort. He stayed off the field immediately after the incident and then headed down the tunnel for treatment. As of this moment, we do not have a confirmed date as to when Rashford will be back from injury or the severity of the injury itself. However, speaking to Beat Sport, Erik ten Hag gave an update following the match, suggesting that it isn't looking good. He said, "I don't know about Marcus. It's like this when you have to play so many games on short notice, especially when the schedule is this tight. Players can't recover and you run the risk that the players can get injured. You have to be aware of that. You can't say exactly what has happened, even when you speak to him. We have to wait until tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and then we will see what the diagnosis is. We have to wait and see what it is and how bad it is. It doesn't look well." Jadon Sancho is showing bright signs for Manchester United. Jadon Sancho has started to show bright signs for Manchester United, which is a real positive for Erik ten Hag's side. The English winger has started the last two games under Erik ten Hag and has shown clear signs of improvement in both matches. He picked up an assist for Scott McTominay against Everton in what was a frantic first half with a barrage of United attacks. Sancho is a player that has come under major scrutiny since his £73 million arrival from Borussia Dortmund. Many thought he'd be the missing link in United's attack, but in all honesty, he is never really got going. He still does have bags of potential, which appears to be shining through as of late. His stats in Saturday's win over Everton were particularly impressive. He completed 95% of his passes and he created 5 goals scoring chances, including the assist for Scott McTominay's goal. The numbers simply do not lie. He was back to his former self, especially in that first half, in which he made all of his key passes. Sancho possesses undeniable raw talent, so it's hard to put your finger on just why it hasn't worked out for him so far at Old Trafford, whether it's a confidence thing or simply the fact he hasn't adapted back to the boisterous style of the Premier League that's setting him back remains to be seen. Man United showing interest in signing Barcelona winger Ansu Fati. Manchester United are showing interest in signing Barcelona winger Ansu Fati ahead of the summer transfer window, according to Sport. The 20-year-old has experienced a difficult campaign with the Blaugrana, and he has played just over 1,400 minutes across all competitions. It's now reported by Sport that he is disappointed by his situation, and his camp are already in talks with many interested clubs, including United. The same outlet claims that Barcelona could sell him for the right price, considering they need to lower their wage bill to register new signings. Apart from Fati, Ferran Torres and Rafinha could be shown the exit door amid their financial concerns. Fati has played limited minutes for the Blaugrana this campaign, but he has still impressed with 7 goals and 3 assists across all competitions. Hence, there is plenty of talent in the Spaniard and he could push for a new challenge this summer if he fails to secure a regular starting role under Xavi. United have been linked with the youngster on a weekly basis, but it appears unlikely that they will secure his services due to his positional preference. The 35 million euros rated star is a left winger by trade, and United have the position well covered with several marquee players. Marcus Rashford has predominantly played from the role for United this campaign and has been in extraordinary form with 28 goals and 11 assists. Meanwhile, Alejandro Garnacho and Jadon Sancho have provided quality backup. The Red Devils simply don't need another option on the left wing. Hence, we believe the speculation is purely agent driven. United's name is probably being used to trigger interest from other elite European clubs. Man United should make a fresh move for Ryan Gravenberch amid Bayern München frustration. Manchester United should consider a fresh move for Bayern München midfielder Ryan Gravenberch this summer amid his frustration over limited playing time. The Dutchman was linked with a reunion with manager Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford last summer, but he made the switch to Bayern from Ajax for 24.5 million euros. United made another attempt to sign him during the January transfer window, but the German champions were reluctant to part ways with the young midfielder. The Red Devils eventually signed Marcel Sabitzer on a short-term loan from Bayern. In our opinion, they should re-enter negotiations for Gravenberch in the summer. Gravenberch was a player under Ten Hag at Ajax last season. He made an impressive 42 appearances in central midfield, registering 3 goals and 6 assists. The 30 million euros rated star won 86% of his passes, while winning nearly 2 tackles and 6 duels per game. He was almost ever present in the starting 11. This season, he has hardly impressed, and it has been primarily due to the lack of playing time. He has managed it just over 700 minutes in all competitions. In a recent interview, the 20-year-old said that his time at Bayern has not gone as expected, and it's a pity that he has not played more throughout the season. We won't be surprised if he pushed for an exit this summer, and United should be at the front door to prize him away, given his strong bond with Ten Hag. Ten Hag handed him his debut in Amsterdam, and the Dutch tactician could play a huge role in luring him, similar to Lisandro Martinez and Antony last summer. Man United take the lead over Barcelona in a Jeremy Frimpong pursuit. Manchester United have taken the lead over Barcelona in the race to sign Bayer Leverkusen defender Jeremy Frimpong this summer, according to Sport. The Red Devils have been monitoring the Dutch right-back for the past few months, and it has been claimed that manager Erik ten Hag admires him. It's now reported by Sport that the club are favourites to sign the 22-year-old ahead of Barcelona, who have financial fair play issues to deal with. The Blaugrana need to reduce their wage bill by a staggering 200 million euros this summer, or else La Liga may not permit them to register new signings. Meanwhile, Frimpong prefers a return to Manchester, where he spent 10 years in the Manchester City Academy before leaving for Celtic. Frimpong has had a superb campaign with Leverkusen, registering 8 goals and 9 assists from 37 outings across all competitions. The Dutchman, who has played at right back or right wing back, has also impressed defensively with 1.7 tackles and 6.7 duels won per game. In our opinion, Frimpong appears the ideal candidate to become United first choice right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot have impressed in phases this term, but neither possesses the all-round qualities of the Manchester City graduate. While Wan-Bissaka has excelled with his defensive contributions for the club, Dalot has been more effective in the final third of the pitch. Frimpong would provide the right balance between attack and defense, and it appears a no-brainer to sign him in the next transfer window. Leverkusen currently value him at 50 million euros, but United will be aiming to lower the final figure by including performance-based add-ons. Frimpong's arrival could pave the way for Wan-Bissaka's exit. Diogo Dalot looks certain to stay, with talks already advanced over a new contract. Man United get Harry Kane transfer boost, with Bayern München reluctant to enter bidding war. Manchester United have received a big boost in signing Tottenham Hotspur striker Harry Kane, with Bayern München reluctant to enter a bidding war. The Mirror report. The Red Devils are expected to land a marquee striker in the next transfer window, and manager Erik ten Hag has earmarked Kane as his primary transfer target. It's now reported that United have a clear path to sign the 29-year-old, as Bayern are reluctant to make a huge outlay on the England international this summer. Kane will enter the final year of his Spurs contract in July, and it's claimed that the North Londoners could demand over £100 million if he decides to move on. Bayern are open to breaking their transfer record of £70 million, but Spurs' valuation is too rich for them. Ten Hag has identified Kane as his priority striker target and believes he can transform United into genuine contenders for the Premier League title. United have now been handed a huge boost with Bayern's stance. The German champions are long-term admirers of Kane but are unlikely to meet the price tag. Hence, the Red Devils look in pole position to land Kane's services, but ultimately a transfer would depend on whether the England captain is ready to leave Spurs. Kane has not won any piece of silverware during his Spurs career, and it could be the perfect time for him to pursue a bigger challenge away from North London. He has had another superb season with 25 goals for Spurs. If Kane were to join United, he could form a potent attack alongside Marcus Rashford and should have a better chance of winning trophies. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.